Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. This is Chris from Equalize Sound and Auto Repair, back with another video for you guys today. Today I'm working on a 2019 Dodge Caravan. Let me make sure which submodel this is. This is the SXT Flex Fuel, and we're getting ready to do an oil change on this guy today. So let's get straight to it. So it calls for 6 quarts of 5W20. We're going with 5W20 full synthetic, and you're going to need 2 wrenches. If you have a 24mm 3/8 ratchet, go ahead. That's going to be for here, but we're using our 1/2" 24mm to break our oil filter free. So make sure you can get that loose first, and then you're going to come straight in front of the vehicle and you're going to go straight under. And let's get under here. All right, so your oil pan, after you come straight under, sits here, and you have a bolt on the back of your oil pan back here. So oil pan here, come in, and right behind your oil pan, right here is your oil nut. So you want to make sure you get that free, otherwise you're going to have an issue and you won't be changing your oil. So righty tighty, lefty loosey on your wrench, and we're going to break it free. Let's go right, let's go left, and break her free. And I might need 2 hands, so give me 1 second. Let's see if I can do 2 hands. There we go. Somebody put that guy on there real good. So I recommend you go with a 6-point, just in case it's real tough. So let me see if I can get her to break free again, because I'm using a 12, but this one's pretty tough. So I think I'm gonna go 6 if I can get her to move. Yep, let me get a 6-point so I can get this guy off so we don't strip anything. All right, so let me get that. Be right back at it. We got this guy to break free with our 24. So let's go back under here, as long as you can get everything free. And let's flip this phone around so I can grab it better. All right, let's get back under here. We got our bolt broke free, and let's start unspinning her. And that way we can go ahead and let her drain on out. And just take your time. And that's how you get stuff done, taking your time so you don't damage anything. But yeah, this is a 13mm. They're getting smaller and smaller with the millimeters. So while this draining, we're gonna come back up top. Let me set this up and I'll be right back. All right, so we're back up top. Got our 24mm. After you break her free, you should be able to spin it by hand. So I think I got her free enough. Let's pull it up. And I got my rag to catch our oil. And I start spinning her. And if it's not loose enough, then we'll just do it some more. It's not loose enough, so let's back it up some more. Alright. Hopefully I can spin this by hand now. Let's see. It's still pretty tight, so let's continue our path. Breaking it free. Okay, I feel that should be loose enough. Let's move our 24 out the way. Yay! Loose enough now. So let's catch our oil so we don't drip it everywhere. And just slowly pull it up and angle your hand. And let what's gonna drip. And there we go. Okay, so you got your oil filter here. And it goes in bottom first, so we're gonna show that here in a minute. Let's see where we're at on our drain underneath, and I'll be back up top. Be right back. All right, so we're going back underneath. Let's put our bolt back in for our 13mm and switch our wrench to righty tighty, lefty loosey. So let's see, that's left and right. Okay, let's go back under. We're at a steady drip. Slide this back a little bit and grab our bolt, and let's put her back in. And right to the right, and make sure it seats, and that way it'll spin freely. Otherwise you could cross thread your bolt, and you definitely don't want to do that. All right, so I'm getting ready to torque this down, make sure my wrench is good. Leave me alone, bug. So you tighten it and then just a little bit. So that's it right there. Nice and tight, just a little bit. All right, so let's go back up top. All right, so let's get our old filter out since we're back up top. And just pull it straight up and catch it like this. It's gonna be going down in this way when you put it back in. So let's go back over here to the table. And this is what we're gonna do. So we got it set up. We have our old filter out the way. Okay, got our new filter. This is the parts number, so you guys can see. Went to Napa. All right. All right. So first thing, you got your filter here. We're just gonna lubricate this guy a little bit and set it back in the hole. So a little old oil like this, just off of it, and just round the tip a little bit, just like that. Okay. And take this guy, and we're gonna go back over here and just set her in there for now. Just like that. You'll feel it kind of press on it, and you'll feel it lock in place. Okay. Back over here, we're going to change our our O-ring. So you might need a screwdriver or something. And in this case, I'm going to use a pick and go around this guy here and make sure it seats back in this spot. And it's going to be right above the bottom. Got this, peel it on off. Same thing with this, a little bit of oil applied. Get this one off. And don't need that. Get a little oil from the inside. See if we can get something on my finger. And let's just lubricate this guy all the way around. Don't have to be a lot. And then we're going to put this back on and get her back in our groove there. Make sure it sets all the way around, and it is. All right, so let's clean off this so we can get a good grip, and let's go back over to the vehicle. All right, so we're back and we're going back in. So right here, that's where we're going. Just sit it on there like that. After you got her to sit there, start hand tightening as much as you can. Hand tighten it till you can't do it anymore. And after you go with that, let's go to our wrench. So I'm gonna keep going. I got enough grip, and that's where I stopped at. So you're gonna tighten it and just give it a little bit of a quarter turn. Don't over tighten it. It is plastic, so just a little bit at a time. And just keep doing this until it stops. Okay, you'll feel it stop. I think we're almost there. Just double check. Yep, and we are. So that's it on the tightness. So now it's time to let the vehicle down. And if you have jacked yours up, which you should have, use the jack stand for safety. And don't break my light. And let's start the filling process. We already know it takes 5.9 quarts, so let's just go to hole 6. It's not going to hurt that point because you're going to start the car and your oil filter housing is going to fill up. So let's just go with the hole 6. Most engines are rated to go at least a quart over for mistakes. Don't do it, but you can at least go half quart to a quart over if you accidentally pour too much. Not sure now because everything is starting to change. So let's get our oil cap off. Got this. We're going to sit it out the way so it doesn't fall. And let me get up. So I got my funnel. And let's put her here. Make sure she's clean first. Let's double check that. All right, so we're clean. Let's go ahead and fill her up. And we'll start with the jug first. Since we know it takes 6, let's fill her up with 5, and then we'll dip with our dipstick. This is your oil dipstick here, for those who don't know. And if you pour it sideways, it usually comes out smoother and it doesn't bubble. Found it out through another mechanically inclined person. So we're gonna go ahead and just fill her on up. And instead of boring you with filling this guy all the way up, just make sure you got the correct oil. Go ahead and pour. And once it's full, check your dipstick 3 times, and you should be good. So thanks for watching the channel. This is Chris, your host as usual. Please like and subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, I'm out.